Hello. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. I thought I would jump on here and send a quick tutorial of your review just in case you had any questions for your test tomorrow. So let's just get started. Question number one. It says, which expression does a decimal model show? Well, looking at the picture, I see that there are three tens, and on here I see that there are three colors. So here's one color. Forget my handwriting. I'm using my mouse. So I'm going to do this 2 and 3. So there's three different color groups. And in each group, let's see how many are in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's one more group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here I have three groups of 8 tenths. Well, we can do two things. We could say 8 tenths plus 8 tenths plus 8 tenths equals, or I could just make it easy on myself. I could say there's three groups of 8 tenths, and I can multiply it. So hopefully you picked A for the correct answer. All right, slide 2. All right, number 2, same question. Which expression does a decimal model show? Remember we're doing this one. This is a decimal times a decimal because we're checking to see how many do we have vertically. So from here to here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. And you can see those are all the slashes going this way. Okay, and then the opposite direction, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here to here, there's 4 tenths. So if I would say, okay, if I have 40 cents and I want to look at what's 70% of that, that answer would be right here. So 4 tenths times 7 tenths. So the answer would be B. All right, next question. All right, question 3. Hopefully you took the question and you broke it down. Nora wants to save $82.50. She's going to buy a special gift for her mother. That's so sweet of her. She has 15 weeks to save the money. And if she wants to save the same amount each week, how much money in dollars and cents must Nora save each week? So that main question that you're looking at is how much money in dollars and cents must Nora save each week? So we know that, hey, there's 15 weeks. I don't have time to draw 15 boxes, so I'm going to draw one to represent 1 week. And here I'll put this as 15 weeks. Okay. And I know that she's going to need a total of $82.50. And my question says, hey, if we break this up, and she's going to say the same amount each week. So I'm going to take this total, and break it up into weeks, 15 of them. We can see that they give us a total, and you have to divide. Sometimes you can subtract, or you can divide. So we're going to divide 82.50 divided by 15. Let's see if you get it correct. So first I ask myself, hey, if I have 8 tens, can I make a group of 15? No, it's too small, so I have to regroup. My 8 tens, exchange them for $1 bills, and then I have 82 $1 bills. Now that I have that, I can definitely make a group of 15. I can make a couple of groups of 15. Okay, and I just have to play the guessing game. I know 15 times 2 is 30, 15 times 3 is 45, so I know it's going to be about 7 or 8, somewhere in that location. I'm going to try 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 1 plus 3 more. That's way too big. Okay, let me go lower. I'm going to try 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 more, 75. I found my answer. I think that's the highest it's going to be able to go. So remember our rules for dividing. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? So I just divided. My next step is to multiply. 5 times 15, always had a 75. My next step is to subtract. Bigger bottom, better borrow. That changes to a 7. That changes to a 12. 12 minus 5 gets me how much? You're correct, 7. And then I check. I say, self, is 7 smaller than 15? If you answer yes, you've made as many groups as you can out of 82. You can move on to the next step, which is bring down. But before I bring down the next digit, I'm going to take my decimal point and I'm going to move it up. Because remember it says in dollars and cents. Then I bring this down and I start all over again. 15 can go into 75. Well, look, I found it 5 times. 5 times 15, 75. That's 0. And 0 smaller than 15. Bring down my next digit. And this is 0. So I automatically know my last digit is going to be a 0. So how much can Nora save each week? It's going to be $5.50. In order to check your answer, remember, you're going to take your quotient and multiply your divisor, and you should get your dividend. Next question. Question 4. Gina purchased 3 paint brushes for $18.87. So she has 3 paint brushes, and they were $18.87. So that was the total. And it says not including tax. If it's not including tax and it doesn't tell you about the tax, this is extra information to throw you off. So I just cross it out. If each paintbrush costs the same amount, so each one of these is going to cost the same amount. What was the cost in dollars and cents for each paintbrush, not including tax? Well, because it says not including tax, then I'm not even going to worry about this information. So I'll look and see, do they give me the total? Yes. And then I have to find out how much each one is. So I know there's 3 of them. So therefore, I'm taking my total and I'm going to divide. I can either subtract or divide. So I'm going to take this and divide. Don't forget your decimal point. And I go, so if I have a $10 bill, can I make 3 groups? Absolutely not. I have to take that $10 bill, exchange it for ones, and now I have 18 ones. Now can I take that 18 ones and make groups of 3? Of course I can. I can make 6 of them. Because I know 6 times 3 is 18. So I divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it on down. So now my next step, 6 times 3 is 18. Oh, I get nothing. Okay. And now the check, 0 is smaller than 3. I made all my groups I can, so now I'm going to bring down the next number. But before I do that, put my decimal point. Then I can bring down my 8. And I start all over. Divide. 3 goes into 8 how many times? 3 times what can get me close to 8? You're correct. 2 times 3 is 6. So that works. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. Let's see how I erase that real quick. There we go. That should be a 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And I subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. I check. Is 2 smaller than 3? Yes, I put out all the groups I can to bring down my last digit. I get a 7. And I say, so 3 times what gets me close to 27 or exactly 27? And I would say 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So my answer is $6.29. Each paintbrush will cost $6.29. Once again, to check your work, you can take your quotient, multiply your divisor, and you should get your dividend. I hope you're getting the hang of this. Let's go. Question number 5, halfway there. Tina bought 166.5 inches of ribbon to make her hair bows. Can you see Tina at Walmart? She's in the bow section. I can see this little girl. She's getting some ribbon. It's long, and it's 166.5 inches. Okay. And when she gets home, she's going to cut the ribbons into 9 pieces of equal length. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to break it up into 9 pieces of equal length. Okay, and the question is, what was the length of each piece of ribbon in inches? And the nice thing on this question, there's no converting. Everything is in inches, inches, okay? So I just have to basically take this total and break it up into 9 equal groups. If I'm given the total, I do what? You got it. We divide. All right. And I'm going to go. Can 9 go into 1? No. I cannot make a group of 9 if I only have one item. Okay. Can 9 go into 16? Of course it can. All right. So that means I'm going to have 2 digits here, a decimal point, and 1 digit here. And look, if you look at your answer choices, they all have 2 digits and the whole numbers and 1 digit in the decimal points. And the good thing is, if you use your answer choices, I know the first digit is going to be a 1, because 9 times 2 is 18. That's too much, so it has to be 1. 1 times 9 is 9, and then 16 minus 9. Bigger bottom, better bar. That changes 16. 16 minus 9 is, you got it, 7. And I bring it on down, because 7 is smaller than 9. And I start all over again. I say, so 9 times what would give me 76? 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. I'll take that one. 8. Okay. And 8 times 9 is 72. And I subtract. 6 minus 2 gets me 4. And my last thing, 4 is smaller than 9. My decimal point's already here, so I can bring down my last digit. And 9 goes into 45 5 times. Yay! The answer choice is D. Each piece of ribbon would be 18 and 5/10 of an inch. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Almost finished. All right, this one's asking us a little bit different question. All right, so it's saying this dude added 17 to the product of 508 and 24. We have to know the vocab. So this is added 17. Product means the answer to a multiplication problem of 508 and 24. So we'd have to do 508 times 24, and then we're going to add 17. All right, so let's get going. 508 times 24. We start off by saying 4 times 508, so we take it step by step. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry my 3, drop my 2. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. Hopefully you would see, if there's a 0 here, I could just write down the 3. Then 4 times 5 is 20. Done with the first step. 1 is done. So now I'm saying 508 times 20, so that's why we put that 0 there, because the 2 is in the tens place. So 2 times 8 is 16. Remember, there's a 0 here, so I can really just bring this down, because when I say 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, then 2 times 5 is 10. Can you hear Malachi? Yeah, he's not happy right now. And then I just add it. 2, 9, 1, 2, 1. I'm going to copy that over, and I'm going to add 17, my second step. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. And then 12 plus nothing is 12. Ding, 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 ding. We knew it was going to be these two answers. And this is, notice, step number 1. Hopefully you didn't pick that, and you picked A for 2 steps. That's the end of this video because I can only record for 15 minutes. We'll see if I can make a next video, or we'll go over the last 4 problems in class. Have a good night. Bye-bye.